Differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. And now we turn our attention to the Africa Disability Forum Conference. This prestigious event brings together disability rights activists, researchers, policymakers, and service providers from across the continent to discuss pressing issues and chart a way forward. Take a look.
The culture of Africa has disadvantaged people with disability. Now, as government in Africa, we are saying we should not leave out anyone behind.
Since its inception in 2014, ADF has been a key voice for persons with disability across the African continent.
The Africa Disability Conference is a gathering of disability rights activists, policymakers, researchers, and service providers from across the continent. This prestigious event aims to address pressing issues and chart a path towards a more inclusive future.
Kenya, having hosted the inaugural summit alongside the United Kingdom, remains deeply committed to ensuring that no one is left behind in our journey towards a more inclusive society.
The theme of this year's conference, Persons with Disabilities in a Post-Pandemic World, reflects the growing recognition of the need to redefine inclusive development in Africa.
We align with this theme and recognize the need of comprehensive translate the promises into action by addressing the needs of persons with disability as human rights and foundations for building an inclusive society.
Nations worldwide, including African nations, have made progress. And I do know that there are places with rapid urbanization and adjustment and adaptation of the travel system to ensure that everybody, regardless of their state, is able to move from one place to the other and to be productive in living their day-to-day commitments.
Key issues discussed at the conference include human rights and the need for African countries to form partnerships and collaborations.
Despite the progress made, gaps continue to persist, hindering the realization of full disability inclusion, particularly here in Africa.
It is also an opportunity for the African countries to forge closer partnership within and beyond the continent to advance the well-being of persons with disabilities.
Employment opportunities for persons with disabilities are also severely limited. Discriminatory attitudes and lack of accommodation by employers are significant barriers to their participation in the labor market.
The conference is expected to produce outcomes that will contribute to shaping policies and initiatives that promote the inclusion and well-being of people with disabilities.
We are taking stock also of the laws and the policies that exist. What we need as Africans is to ensure that the various laws that exist in Africa are implemented. We have seen and we are living in an era that we can see technology is taking shape.
The solution to many of those challenges and what I would like to see coming out from this conference is how we are going to work together. We have the responsibility to work together. Now we need to understand how to work together, and that means more investment, more political commitment, bringing more stakeholders together, and actually advancing the right of persons with disabilities in a way that is sustainable, that is leaving no one behind, and the most important thing, making the real change when we say nothing about us without us.
By leveraging technology, we can make a profound difference. For example, the use of assistive technologies like screen readers, speech-to-text software are making information more accessible. Communication tools such as video calls with sign language interpretation are bridging this gap. Online learning platforms are offering flexible education opportunities, and job search websites are being designed to accommodate various needs, helping individuals find and thrive in employment. In essence, technology is coming in to break down barriers, to make the world more accessible and inclusive for everyone.
The Africa Disability Forum Conference underscores the importance of continental collaboration on disability rights. By working together, we can create a more inclusive and equitable Africa for all.
It is critical that the dialogue that has continued and sustained leads to tangible and impactful actions.
There's need for harnessing collaboration between governments and organizations of persons with disability, as well as development partners.
There are about over 300 or 400 government websites that are actually not accessible. So at the moment as we speak, including this government e-citizen portal, we have enhanced 20 government websites. So you realize that over 350 websites are still not accessible, and I think as a UK government, we are committed to ensure that mainstreaming of accessibility, and especially digital accessibility, is mainstreamed into the functions of government so that no one is left behind.
It is clear that the Africa Disability Forum Conference plays a crucial role in enhancing disability rights agenda on the continent.